From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, the center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub. With live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
When you walk into a running store and take a look at the sprawling shoe wall, you may have trouble finding the right shoe for you. This is where we come in. At Runner's Alley, our right fit process makes selecting a shoe easy, painless, and fun. We start with a visual gait analysis, and then we learn all about you. We'll educate you about your foot structure, what we see when we watch you walk and run, and choose a shoe as a starting point to get you moving. At Runner's Alley, we're here for you every step of the way. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield has worked to keep the people of New Hampshire healthy for 75 years. Healthcare has changed dramatically over the years, but one thing is not, and that is our commitment to you and your family. We're a company made up of your friends and neighbors. We work each day to continue our tradition of providing healthcare to the 300,000 members we serve. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield focuses on wellness and healthy living.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Here are a few tips that can help. Talk to your friends honestly and openly about sexual assault.
Don't be a bystander. If you see something, intervene in any way you can.
Be direct. Ask someone who looks like they may need help if they're okay.
It's on us!
With so many online degree options, we wanted to know why our students chose Southern New Hampshire University.
It is such quality education for the price.
And I love that it was an actual campus.
When I made that first phone call, they made it so easy. I liked that it was a nonprofit school and there was a huge focus on education.
It's not about furthering themselves, it's about furthering me, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Find your online graduate or undergraduate program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
Southern New Hampshire University proved itself different as soon as I got that first phone call.
It's full of people who care about you. You're not just another number.
And they always make you feel that you're a part of a family.
There's a personal relationship you actually develop with your advisors.
The professors see your potential and really want to move you forward.
It really feels like they take a genuine interest.
They're here for you so you can succeed.
I feel that I can conquer the world because they have my back.
Find your online program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
We are NCAA Division II student athletes, faculty members, and athletics administrators made up of 24 conferences and 300 institutions.
Over 110,000 Division II student athletes.
Together we stand and take the pledge to be more than a bystander, to get a friend home safe.
It's our responsibility to step in, stand up, to do something, to say anything, to hold our friends accountable, to stop sexual assault in any way we can.
It's on me, it's on you, It's on us.
So let's be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
It's on us.
It's on us.
Good evening and welcome to Penmen Stadium, where tonight we will see a rematch of last year's Northeast 10 Conference Championship game between the 4-0 Franklin Pierce Ravens and the 4-2 Southern New Hampshire University Penmen. Alongside Sarah Harkness, I am Michael Wozniak. Now, Sarah, it is no secret that this matchup is a rivalry, and with both of these teams starting off strong yet again this season, what are you most impressed with and what are you most looking for these teams?
Good evening, Michael. Although today is a rivalry game, I'm interested to see what the starting goalies Hannah Rose for the Penmen and Casey Kane for the Ravens have in store for us. Not only are they both freshmen, but they're both giving up less than a goal a game.
Yeah, they've been very, very good for their start of their collegiate careers, and hopefully we can see another good game between these two teams. Obviously, last year meeting up in that Northeast 10 championship where the Penmen would eventually prevail at home at Larkin Field. So this is the first time they'll ever be meeting at the stadium, and it's sure to be a good one.
The stakes are high.
So Sarah, both of these teams also coming off winning streaks. Southern New Hampshire winning 1 and Franklin Pierce 4-0 on the young season. It's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams start off. The Penmen bounced back last week from a loss to St. A's, and hopefully they can continue their winning streak now at home against Franklin Pierce. And Franklin Pierce has been dominant this year. They've only given up 1 goal this whole season in their first 4 games, and they've really done a great job now pushing themselves into a ranked spot, coming in at number 24 today.
Find your favorite player and just follow them. Ready. Alden. Going out wide.
The Penmen will start today with the ball as you see Daniel Humphreys starting in the circle for the Penmen, now sending it back, and they go back once more, and now they send it back up to the midfield, just keeping the possession over into Shea Royce, passes it over to Lynn Snook, who gives it back, and then just passing it around thus far. It'd be interesting to see if the Penmen start faster, if they want to build this possession early on versus the Ravens. Send it back into Shea Royce, who gives it right back to Samantha Sparta. And the Penmen just seem to be keeping the ball in their side at the moment, and Franklin Pierce doesn't look like they want to contest anything just yet. Passed off to the side and back, and now across. Franklin Pierce will take over. Now they will send it up to the side and gain possession for the first time. They will now send it back to the defender and then send it back across. Now they'll send it back into another player. Fancy little pass there. The Penmen will take over. And it's been a slow start thus far. Now you're starting to see it build a little bit. Franklin Pierce will take the turnover and pass it through again. Now a send deep into Penmen territory, but there's no one home, and Hannah Rose will pass it off, and the Penmen will take advantage once again. It's definitely been a slow start for the Penmen, as you see both teams just wanting to gain possession early in this contest. Franklin Pierce gets the steal, passes it back, and now another send deep into Penmen territory that's easily won by the Penmen over. And there's a contest there, and Franklin Pierce will take the advantage. Pass in there, and now a lot of send. Good defense by the Penmen to get it out. Franklin Pierce keeps it in, over to the corner, and then gives it right back. And now they'll stick with possession as they give it back to number 27. And then sends it back through to the other side. Nice give in the center to number 11. The Penmen will take it over again. Another through ball, and Hannah Rose dives on it for the Penmen. And we'll take it up to the side. And now roll it over to number 26, Lynn Snook. Plays it back once again, and now over to the side. Sends it back once again. And thus far, you've seen the Ravens not really contesting in the backfield. They've sort of just let the Penmen pass it around up to this point. Back again to Snook. Gives it back to Samantha Sparta, who loses control, and the Franklin Pierce Ravens take advantage deep into the zone. There's a send down to the corner. Now Franklin Pierce stopped by the Penmen, who will take it over once again. Now there's a send that Franklin Pierce will kick it out. Franklin Pierce will gain control again. Send it in, good defensive play. Sends it through, the Penmen take the advantage once again, and then Franklin Pierce intercepts it and takes possession back. Good pass up to Franklin Pierce there, gets a step. Drives deep into Penmen territory. Gets a good angle, and Hannah Rose gets her first save with a diving stop. Very dangerous play there for the Penmen, as Hannah Rose was left out of the net with control for Franklin Pierce. Natalia De Silva, one of the leading scorers for the Franklin Pierce Ravens this season with 3 goals and 1 assist up to this point. Sends it back through, and the Penmen will get possession yet again as they get it over to Snook. Passed quickly to Royce, who gives it right back to Snook. Now passed it back into Royce again. Tried to send it through, no one there. Intercepted by Franklin Pierce, and they will take over once again. As now they'll play the possession game, and they'll send it back. Now a switch of the field that's passes a little long, and the Penmen will take over as they cross half. Send it in, and then there's a through ball. But Franklin Pierce will touch it first and get it back to their goalkeeper, Casey Kane, who will now send it over to the other side, and Franklin Pierce will yet again try to sustain possession. Here's a through ball down the left sideline. Good save by the Ravens down there, looking for someone, and a good defensive effort, and the Franklin Pierce Ravens will have a throw. Coming up to throw it will be Christina Barbiletto, who will throw it in. Franklin Pierce sends it to the corner. Barbiletto makes a move inside, but is deflected out. And it will be a corner kick for the Franklin Pierce Ravens, which will be taken by Natalia De Silva. This game is slowly starting to pick up as they give it back to Silva on the end line. Penmen will get rid of it and clear it to half for Franklin Pierce, who will take over. Franklin Pierce sends it in back to the middle. Another through ball gets by Lynn Snook, who got a piece of it. And Hannah Rose once again will get rid of it. And the Penmen will take possession again. And again, you're seeing Franklin Pierce Ravens just back off from this Penmen possession game through their backs. This one is now sent in, but Franklin Pierce will get rid of it and then gain possession. This one's sent down the line, saved in. Down in the corner, sends it back into the top of the box. Good defensive effort by the Penmen there, and they'll get rid of it. Send it up the side. Now into the middle. Back out to the side, then trying to send it more down the line to Humphreys. Couldn't do it. Now Franklin Pierce will send it back and try to switch the field. Instead, they'll send it back to Casey Kane, who will reset for Franklin Pierce. Sent into the left corner. Good play there, and Franklin Pierce gains their possession again. Quick pass down the line to Veronica Marquez, who sends it down to the corner. There's no one there at the moment for the Penmen, and this will be passed into number 23, back across, but too strong, and the Penmen will have a goal kick. Hannah Rose will take the goal kick for the Penmen, but earlier starting to see Franklin Pierce use that left corner to try to get their offense down to the corner and try to work it from there. Hannah Rose will send it into the center of the field. Franklin Pierce with the first touch, but the Penmen defense will settle it back. Send it in to Sydney Crema. Passes it inside. Franklin Pierce tried to get the possession back, but Penmen defense doing a good job of keeping it. They switch fields. Now send it back into the middle to Humphreys. Back over, and now a through ball. But it appears that there will be no one home, and the goalie, Casey Kane, will let it be at her feet and now pick it up.
Alden, you want to zoom in more on the goalie?
Kane will now send her strike downfield. Penmen will take possession back as it goes over to Samantha Sparta, who tries to send it in the middle of the field, and it's turned over in a dangerous spot, but the Penmen will take back control and then give it right back away. And now Sophie Casino gets the ball and then sends it back for the Ravens. Now another defensive pass back. Now keeps it on that left side. We've already seen most of the action over there today. Sent into the box to number 11. Good defensive play by Sparta there. Franklin Pierce trying to get some offense going, and Sparta says no. Good job by the Penmen trying to fight it out of there. Franklin Pierce trying to reset. The Penmen won't let him. Applying the pressure here. And the defense tries to get rid of it, but here's a deep shot, which will go wide, and the Penmen will have their second goal kick of the night.
Wide. Good work.
Passed into the defender. Back into Ariana Silva. Back over, and Penmen will keep possession on that, on their right side attacking. Back to Sparta. Sends it over to Lynn Snook, who gets it into Sydney Crema, who gives it back to Snook, who gives it back to Sparta. And the Penmen will switch fields as they give it off to the right back. Give it back over that way. Now a send in for Humphreys. Tapped along, but the Franklin Pierce player gets ahead on it. Gets rid of it. Sent up. Good defensive play early by the Penmen. And they'll keep possession. And then they'll lose it right away into Natalia De Silva. Sent over to Sophie Casino. And the Penmen will take charge once again. It's Shea Roy's sending it down to Humphreys, who will run into a Franklin Pierce defender. The goalie would get rid of it. The Penmen take a quick advantage Now they'll gain possession. Pass in. Franklin Pierce will get rid of it. Sent over into that corner again. It's Bruna Tavares. It seemed that the Franklin Pierce offense blown a tire. And Hannah Rose gets rid of it over to Lynn Snook. Sends it over to the left back. Sends it back over to Sparta. And they'll kick that out of bounds.
Ready. Mopin, go Moquin. On you.
Throwing it in for the Ravens is Kylie Vermette, who gives it back to Marta Turmo, who gives it back to Casey Kane, the goalie for Franklin Pierce. Sends it back to Turmo. Sends it back to Kane. Sends it over, but too strong, and the Penmen will have a throw.
Right, you want to get
And the first sub will be coming in.
I got you, Brett. I'm on you. Alright, ready. Mopin.
Coming in is Amber Sicard. As the throw goes, Franklin Pierce takes it and now sends it again down to Bruna Tavares, who will be the first person to touch the ball out wide. Trying to make a move and does. Gets into the box, tries to cross it over, but it will be a corner kick for the Ravens. And it seems early they want to get to that left side and start their offense over there with Bruna Tavares. And now Natalia De Silva will go and take her second corner kick of the night for the Ravens. Penmen are making sure to block the short ball. And they'll make her send it in. Hannah Rose jumps on it. And will now send it out wide to Sydney Crema. Sends it back into Shea Royce. Sends it over to Allison Patterson. Sends it in. Played by a Ravens defender. And then played back once again. Back to the goalie, Kane. Now sends it over to Turmo. Tapped back for the Ravens. And now it's back out wide to that left side. Trying to send it in. Raven lost footing, and the Penmen will take over. It's Ariana Silva, who just checked in, sending a through ball down to the right side. Tackle there, and the Ravens will get the possession back as there's Bruna Tavares. This is send up the sideline to Christina Barbarello, who sends it over to Jessica Magerman, who sends it to the other side to Sophie Casino. Sends it into Natalia De Silva, sends him with a give and go, and the Penmen will get rid of it. As Gabby Pereira sends it into Bruna Tavares, who sends it again into Veronica Marquez into the box, gets it to Bruna, to Natalia, who takes a shot, but right there is Hannah Rose for another save for the Penmen. Sent it wide to the right, sent into Humphreys, a little too strong. Franklin Pierce will gain possession once again. Franklin Pierce with both shots, with the only shots on goal today with 2 and also 2 corner kicks. And it seems like the Penmen are struggling to get their offense going right now. Shea Royce takes it over. Sent in, there's Lynn Snook heading it over. The Penmen kick it back up the side and out of bounds for Franklin Pierce throw. The throw in goes to Tavares. The Penmen will take over. Send it through. Up ahead to Humphreys. touch was a little too strong, but the Penmen gain advantage and then turn it over once again to Franklin Pierce. Sent into the center, looking for the through ball. And it is a foot race that Hannah Rose will win and let it go out of bounds for a goal kick. Good job by Hannah Rose getting over there to make sure that if the ball was not going to reach it out of bounds, to probably just kick it out, call it a day, but instead we'll settle for the goal kick. This will be her third of the match thus far.
On you, Brett. Going out wide.
She will send a short one into Snook. Sends it right back. Send it into Sparta, who sends it wide to... Sends it in wide to Sicard. But it bounces out of bounds and Franklin Pierce will take over. The throw into Silva. Pass in, Snook with a good defensive play. Silva will take control once again and get rid of it out to Vermette. Vermette trying to send it in, not going to work as Royce picks it off. Now starting to run, sends it in deep. Trying to get it to Humphreys, not going to work. Now Silva will get it back with a touch ahead. There's a collision. But both were going for the ball and will continue play. That one's passed into Peliquin, who sends it over, but Franklin Pierce will take over once again. And now Tavares has it. Sends it in to Marquez, who sends it back to Tavares. And again, it's that left side getting a lot of work for the Ravens offense. And that time the Penmen defender just says, we'll send it out and we'll deal with the throw. Coming in for the throw is Barbaletto. Throws it into Tavares. Makes a move and gets to the outside. Now trying to send it back in. Good defensive play for Silva to get rid of it. Now sent up to the corner, but a little off. And Franklin Pierce will have another throw on the Penmen side of the field. Thrown in, gets by. Penmen defender does a good job keeping it in play. Passed in and over, and Hannah Rose will come and pick it up for the Penmen. Hopefully trying to get some offense generating on the Franklin Pierce side, as it has been all Franklin Pierce on the offense thus far. Sent in, nice give and go, gets it back out wide to Carney, who tries to send it in for Humphreys, but not going to work, and Casey Kane picks it up. Now gives it over to Termo. Sends it back to Kane, who gives it back to Termo, who's going to take it up. Humphreys was there, a little lost footing, and Penmen will take a throw. Throw will be taken by Sicard, who subbed in early. Sent into Sparta, gets it to the middle, gets it back out to Snook. Snook sends it in.
I have so many voices in my head right now.
Sent down. And it will be sent back to Kane.
Your voices and announcers.
Kane down to the left side again, but on her side, sent back to Kane. Kane will kick this one out wide to Vermette, who turns it over. And here's Crema sending it in. Good touch. Crema gets it back, centers it, but it's called offside. And it's the first chance for the Penmen. And it ends with an offside, and Kane will send for not. Kane will take the kick. Good play by Crema to get the ball back deep in the zone, trying to generate some offense, but unfortunate that she was a little offside. Played over to Termo, who gets it back to Kane, who sends it over to the other side. Sends it in. Penmen defender challenges but backs off. Turmo with it once again. Sends it in short, gets it right back. And now sends it over to Vermette. Vermette turns it over again to Crema, gets it up to Humphreys. Humphreys back to Crema. Sends it through. And Franklin Pierce will clear it out. That'll be a foul on Carney running over a Franklin Pierce defender. Franklin Pierce starting their run on the left side, trying to get it over to Tavares. They will not, and then Franklin Pierce has to get rid of it, and the Penmen will get a throw.
Ready, Brett, go, Brett.
As Dorothy Glord checks in for the Penmen. Franklin Pierce takes it after the throw. Tavares, nowhere to go with it, now sends it through to the middle. Sent back through. And there's Turmo again to send it to the other side to Franklin Pierce. Franklin Pierce gets it out to Tavares, who's stimulated the offense thus far for Franklin Pierce. Now sends it up again to the left side to Barbaletto. And it will be played by a Penmen defender out of bounds for a Franklin Pierce throw deep in Penmen territory. Throws it into Tavares. Looks in the center to Silva. Silva gets it, takes a shot, and it's wide left. And Hannah Rose will get another goal kick. This one's passed into Sparta. Sparta walks it up. Now sends it in. Played across, too strong, and Franklin Pierce will take over. It's Tavares again to Silva. Silva trying to get a shooting chance. Good job by the Penmen defender not to give her a shot. Back out to Tavares, trying to make a move. Does to the outside, now sends in a cross. Penmen defense. It's called a push on Franklin Pierce, and Hannah Rose will kick out of it for the Penmen, but that's another dangerous opportunity started by Tavares and Silva out on the left side for Franklin Pierce. So now they send it back. The Penmen regain control, send it into Crema. Send it down to Glord. Played back, and then kicked out by Kane. Settled by the Franklin Pierce midfielder. Now sent over. Good challenge there. Franklin Pierce sticks with it. Gets it up to Marquez. Marquez with the little fancy dance move. Sends it into Silva. Sends it in, and there's a goal for Franklin Pierce. A great pass by Marquez to Silva, who gets a goal. And Franklin Pierce starts off 1-0. And it was just a great job by Franklin Pierce, all set up by Marquez to dance through the Penmen defense and then just pass one over to Silva, who just put it right in the back of the net. And it's a hard start for the Penmen here, who now trail. Sent back to Silva, who sends it back to the back. Now sends it over to Snook. Sends it to Sparta. Sends it in to Royce. Good challenge by Franklin Pierce, who have made sure to keep the ball on the Penmen side tonight thus far. Snook keeps possession over to Glord, who sends it. Not offside is the call. And Franklin Pierce will send it wide left. to gain possession once again. Good challenge. Sticks with it, sends it up to Tavares, who now sends it through, and Franklin Pierce another opportunity. And Hannah Rose was a little too far out, but still made the play with thanks to the defense. Marquez, another fancy pass in, finds Silva again. Silva takes a touch, takes a shot, and puts it in again. And just like that, Franklin Pierce jumps on top 2-0. Pair of very good plays by Marquez and Silva to give the Ravens an early 2-0 lead in the first half. Hannah Rose has been a little dangerous, coming out of her box a little bit. That time there was nothing that she could do as Silva put it in a perfect spot in that deep left corner. And the Ravens have a 2-0 advantage. Sent back to Snook for the Penmen. Now sent across to Sparta. Sends it over to Sicard. Sends it in and then back out to Sparta. Sent a through ball down to Carmi. Carmi sends it in for the Penmen, but Kane will pick it up. Kane will now walk it up for the Ravens. And then roll it to Termo. Pass up to Silva, who finds Marquez. Marquez, another fancy dribble, and then gets rid of it. Sends it over to the left side for Tavares. Tavares tried to dance around the Penmen defender. Good defensive play. Now sent back to Silva, who passes it back to Vermette, who settles and then sends it into Marquez. Takes a dive, no call. Sent up to Carmi. Doesn't make the play. Sent across to Royce. And the Penmen will send it out as Marquez is still down on the play. We'll be right back after this short break.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II.
This year is going to be different.
I will break the mold.
This year, I will go back to school.
Work in a field I'm passionate about.
And get the promotion I deserve.
This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
This year is going to be different.
The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports. The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere.
Welcome back to Penmen Stadium, where the Ravens have jumped up to a 2-0 lead as Marquez, one of the Ravens' best players, is being helped off the field. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But this would be a big blow for the Ravens, as she comes in as their leading scorer with 5 goals and 2 assists tonight to add to her 1 already. As Franklin Pierce will get the throw. It'll be Casano throwing it in for the Ravens, as we will resume play. They get it over, and they'll send it over to the Penmen, as Hannah Rose will take possession. Sent up to the side. Now thrown in for the Penmen over to Gord. Gord makes a move, gets to the outside. Sends it a little too much, and it will be a goal kick for the Ravens. It's one of the few offensive chances we've seen from the Penmen thus far, as they've struggled to keep it in the Ravens zone. And that's partially the reason why there has been no shots for the Penmen, and why the Ravens have been able to take advantage and get goals at this first half. Sent up and then kicked in. Tapped over again to the left side. Penmen sent it through the middle. The Ravens sent it through the middle, excuse me. Sent it wide to the right, but Rose will get there first and pick it up for the Penmen. Now rolls it over to Snook. Snook sends it wide to the Penmen back. Sends it back to Snook. The Penmen will set up their possession again. Sent it into Royce, who gets it back to Snook, who gets it back out wide, who sends it back to Snook. Sends it back through. Royce will get another touch here. And sends it to Crema, who is running up down the sideline, and will give the Penmen a corner kick. Or no, they'll call offside on Crema, and Franklin Pierce will get the kick. Crema seemed to have good position, but just a little offside. Now Franklin Pierce will take advantage, erasing another scoring chance for the Penmen. Sending it down to Vermette, who sends it into Silva. Silva trying to send it through. Sparta will get there first and send it back to Rose. Rose will send it across. Turned over as Silva gets it back. Sends it in. What a pass, but Sparta clears it. Franklin Pierce with the first touch off that. Gains control once again on the Penmen side. Sends it into Tavares on that left side. Tries to dance past. Gets back to the outside. And it'll be a goal kick for Hannah Rose and the Penmen. Hannah Rose sends it into Sparta. Sparta sends it in. Gord trying to battle for it. And Franklin Pierce will kick it out of bounds, and the Penmen will take over with a throw on Franklin Pierce's side. Throw will come in. Nicely played by Gord, and then she is tripped up, and the Penmen will have a kick down in the Franklin Pierce zone. And Royce will come and take the kick for the Penmen. It'd be a 2-person wall for Franklin Pierce, as Royce will look to send it in. Sends it in, gets through, and gets through everybody. Touched by a Franklin Pierce player, and it's called a corner kick at first by the sideline judge, and it will be a corner kick for the Penmen. And now Sydney Crema will come and take the corner kick for the Penmen. the graduate student.
When you want to get the net out and get the net,
Kreml looks to send it in. Over the top, Franklin Pierce gets ahead on it first. Saved in. Franklin Pierce gets rid of it. Clears it over, but it gets back out wide to Kreml. Kreml looking to dance. Gets by, but will take another corner as it's out off of the Franklin Pierce defender. And just like that, the Penmen have back-to-back corner kicks. And Kreml will be taking her second. Sends it high and through. Franklin Pierce with the first touch. Trying to get it wide. Roy's trying to get a good touch on it, but Franklin Pierce will clear it out. Sent through to Sparta. Sparta sends it in. It's Roy's there. Trying to save it. Centering. But Franklin Pierce will get rid of it again. Now they'll be looking to transition into their offense. Sparta gets rid of it. Back into the center. Then back into Gord. Gord makes a move. Gets to the outside. Bringing it up. Centers it to the middle, and it will be a third corner for the Penmen. And just like that, you're starting to see the Penmen offense come alive late here in the first half. As now they'll have their third straight corner kick. Kreml will be looking to take her third kick here. Her third corner kick of the evening. And the Penmen are looking for that first touch off this corner kick. They've yet to get one thus far. This one's sent in, and the goalie Kane will collect it in front of the net and walk it up for Franklin Pierce. Rolls it over to Termo, who sends it to Vermette, who sends it out off of a Penmen, off of Kreml, and Franklin Pierce will have a couple subs come in. Throw for Vermette. Good touch. Sent in over to Gord. Gord making an offensive play. Stopped by Kane. Gets it in front and kicked a little high. And the Penmen with a very good chance there, but come up short. And Franklin Pierce will get the goal kick. A great opportunity in the front for Alexis Frazzetti. Just kicked it a little too hard and missed the open net. Kane will take the goal kick. And Royce gets the ball first. Now settled over by Snook, who heads it back into the area. Good pass there. Breakaway opportunity, and Gord sends it in for a goal. And the Penmen have cut the lead in half as a great feed sets up Gord for the score. And just like that, the Penmen haven't had a much offense in this first half, but now late, you've seen them gain these opportunities, and now they finally get one in the back of the net. And now they're just one away from tying this ball game up with 8:40 remaining in the first half. Franklin Pierce sends it back. Now back inside. Good play by Royce, and the Penmen starting to creep over to the Franklin Pierce side more and more, it seems. Kane, good job. And now we'll slowly roll it up for the Franklin Pierce Ravens. Gord will finally run over, and Kane will pick it up. Kane now will walk it up and punt it for the Ravens. Sends it into Tavares. Good defensive play. And it'll be a throw for the Ravens. And they're starting to shut down that left side. Lydia Kinsman has been over there working hard for the Penmen. And another good turnover by the Ravens, and the Penmen are starting to gain more and more possession and starting to gain momentum in this ball game for sure. Franklin Pierce will clear. Rose far out of her net. Gets it into Sicard, who gets it to Crema. Tried to go fancy over to Roy's. Nothing happening. Franklin Pierce takes it over again. Now sends it through. Good defensive play. Here comes a good attack by Sydney Carney, who sends it into Crema. Crema gets by. Passes it into Roy's. Takes a touch, now takes a shot, but Kane will make the save. And another good scoring opportunity for the Penmen. You're starting to see it more and more as this game progresses. Kane will punt it through. Touch first by Lynn Snook. Sends it back over to Kinsman. Kinsman gains control. Sends it back to Snook. Snook back to Kinsman. Kinsman sends it through, out wide, trying to get it down to Carney, but they will not prevail, and now the Penmen will look for a throw. Sends it down to Gord. Gord passes it back. The Penmen are starting to walk it up on the Franklin Pierce end. We saw at the beginning of this game, Franklin Pierce was the one controlling this ball game, and now the Penmen are creeping back into it as now they'll get another corner opportunity as Crema will go over there to take the corner. Crema's fourth corner kick. And the Penmen have evened the scoring opportunities with Franklin Pierce late in this first half. As she sends it through over the head of Roy's. Roy's collects it in front, sends it back. Too strong, and it gets out of the box. Penmen will take advantage yet again. Fancy move, plays it back. Sent in, but Kane will make the stop. And now we'll punt it for the Ravens. Penmen are definitely starting to get more comfortable in this game as the Ravens get it back out wide to Tavares. As now they send it into Pereira, who sends it but then taken away by the Penmen. Sends it back through. That's turned over. Silva will get that there. As both of Franklin Pierce's goals. Franklin Pierce with control. Looking for the play. Gets it back out wide. Now sent in. And Veronica Marquez, who has just came back into the game, tried to get a touch on it. Could not. Sparta gets it wide. Crema trying to contest, not going to. And then Sicard comes and makes the play. Then you see Crema make a good defensive stop, sent in. There's Marquez, who sends in a shot, but it goes wide. And Hannah Rose will have another goal kick for the Penmen. Now there's another Franklin Pierce player down. And the Penmen will continue to play. And now there's a foul called on Franklin Pierce. I believe that is Marquez back down again. She's slowly gotten up and she's walking a little gingerly. Sent in. Ravens take it over, but the Penmen regain it right back. Then sent in to Frazzetti, who tries to send it down to Carney, but Franklin Pierce takes over, and Kane sends it out wide to her defenseman. Now sends it up to the midfielder, and now switches fields. But Sicard is there trying to send it up to Crema, slowly tapped by by Termo and gets it out wide to the other defenseman for Franklin Pierce. Crema with the contest, sent back into the middle. Good little move there, sent back in. Now they'll get it out wide, and there's Tavares again, who will be the first one to touch it for the Ravens. She'll try to generate the offense again on that left side, trying to dance by. Good defensive play, goes right through the ball, and drops Tavares. Sent through now, but Silva will regain for the Ravens. Now sent through. There's Sparta sending it over. And there goes Gord running down. A good defensive play to get rid of it. And they'll call Gord for the tackle on Marta Termo. And the Ravens will have a kick. They send it back to the goalie, Kane. Sends it up the middle, but it's a bad pass, and Royce takes it over. Looks for Crema, finds her. Takes a dance, makes a pass in front. Shot, and it's just wide left. And the Penmen get another shot opportunity to even this game, but it goes just wide again. And Casey Kane has gotten lucky of late from another goal to even this thing up with 1:16 remaining in the first half. Kane will send it in through the side. First touch goes to the Penmen. Silva gains control, trying to make a pass. Gord will get the touch. Sends it back to Snook. Tries to send it over to Carney. Franklin Pierce takes advantage. Good tackle there by the Penmen. Now sends it up to Carney once again with some running space. Makes a good move past the Franklin Pierce defender. Now gets to the outside, sends it in. Gord couldn't get there. Good defensive play once again by Termo. And now they'll get it up to Tavares on the left side. Now she'll try to make a dance. Past Kinsman, but it's not going to work. Tries to go through. Good help. Kinsman sends it through as we come to a close in this first half. And that will be the first half. The Penmen trail 2-1, but have definitely come on strong late as they inch closer to try to even this thing back up. We'll be right back after the halftime break at Penmen Stadium.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Anyone can be the victim. Everyone can be the solution. It's on us to stand up and not stand by.
Because when you're a victim of sexual assault, no one should stand alone.
It's on us.
From all across the country, across all walks of life, you studied on laptops, desktops, got up early, stayed up late, and worked tirelessly for this one moment. This moment is yours. At Southern New Hampshire University, we're committed to your success. From day one to graduation and beyond. Find your online graduate or undergraduate program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we traveled across the country to celebrate the success of our online students who couldn't attend graduation.
Thank you guys for giving me the chance again. It's something that I worked for a long time.
Because we believe student success is success worth celebrating.
Who did you get this degree for? I got it for me.
I did this for my mom.
I did it for you, bud.
Congratulations, Daddy.
Find your online graduate or undergraduate program today at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Take the pledge at itsonus.org and be a part of the solution.
We are challenging
every Division II campus to take the pledge, to make a statement, and to make sexual assault unacceptable because
it's on us.
The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
At Southern New Hampshire University, student success is success worth celebrating. That's why we personally delivered diplomas to online students who couldn't attend graduation. Find your online program today at snhu.edu.
As an active duty service member, it was important to me to find a university that shared my values and my commitment. Southern New Hampshire University has been there, not just for me, but for the entire military community.
As a nonprofit, Southern New Hampshire University is committed to your success. From day one to graduation and beyond, find your online graduate or undergraduate program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
We are NCAA Division II student athletes, faculty members, and athletics administrators made up of 24 conferences and 300 institutions.
Over 110,000 Division II student athletes.
Together we stand and take the pledge to be more than a bystander, to get a friend home safe.
It's our responsibility to step in, stand up, to do something, to say anything, to hold our friends accountable, to stop sexual assault in any way we can.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
So let's be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
Anyone can be the victim. Everyone can be the solution. It's on us to stand up and not stand by.
Because when you're a victim of sexual assault, no one should stand alone.
Here are a few tips that can help. Talk to your friends honestly and openly about sexual assault.
Don't be a bystander. If you see something, intervene in any way you can.
Be direct. Ask someone who looks like they may need help if they're okay.
Take the pledge at itsonus.org and be a part of the solution.
We took the pledge and decided to stand up against sexual assault. Now it's your turn to do the same.
we are challenging every Division II campus to take the pledge, to make a statement, and to make sexual assault unacceptable because
it's on us.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, the center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Welcome to the Tap House.
you walk into a running store and take a look at the sprawling shoe wall, you may have trouble finding the right shoe for you. This is where we come in. At Runner's Alley, our right fit process makes selecting a shoe easy, painless, and fun. We start with a visual gait analysis, and then we learn all about you. We'll educate you about your foot structure, what we see when we watch you walk and run, and choose a shoe as a starting point to get you moving. At Runner's Alley, we're here for you every step of the way. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield has worked to keep the people of New Hampshire healthy for 75 years. Healthcare has changed dramatically over the years, but one thing is not, and that is our commitment to you and your family. We're a company made up of your friends and neighbors. We work each day to continue our tradition of providing healthcare to the 300,000 members we serve. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield focuses on wellness and healthy living. We work with and support numerous organizations in New Hampshire to build healthy communities. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, creating a healthier future for New Hampshire.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Here are a few tips that can help. Talk to your friends honestly and openly about sexual assault.
Don't be a bystander. If you see something, intervene in any way you can.
Be direct. Ask someone who looks like they may need help if they're okay.
It's on us.
With so many online degree options, we wanted to know why our students chose Southern New Hampshire University.
It is such quality education for the price.
And I love that it was an actual campus.
When I made that first phone call, they made it so easy.
I like that it was a nonprofit school and there was a huge focus on education.
It's not about furthering themselves, it's about furthering me, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Find your online graduate or undergraduate program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
Southern New Hampshire University proved itself different as soon as I got that first phone call.
It's full of people who care about you. You're not just another number.
And they always make you feel that you're a part of a family.
There's a personal relationship you actually develop with your advisors.
The professors see your potential and really want to move you forward.
It really feels like they take a genuine interest.
They're here for you so you can succeed.
I feel that I can conquer the world because they have my back.
Find your online program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
We are NCAA Division II student athletes, faculty members, and athletics administrators made up of 24 conferences and 300 institutions.
Over 110,000 Division II student athletes.
Together we stand and take the pledge to be more than a bystander, to get a friend home safe.
It's our responsibility to step in, stand up, to do something, to say anything, to hold our friends accountable, to stop sexual assault in any way we can.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
So let's be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
It's on us.
From court and lane to lane under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours. the home of Division II college sports.
This year is going to be different.
I will break the mold.
This year, I will go back to school.
Work in a field I'm passionate about.
And get the promotion I deserve.
This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Anyone can be the victim. Everyone can be the solution. It's on us to stand up and not stand by.
Because when you're a victim of sexual assault, no one should stand alone.
It's on us.
From all across the country, across all walks of life, you studied on laptops, desktops, got up early, stayed up late, and worked tirelessly for this one moment. This moment is yours. At Southern New Hampshire University, we're committed to your success. From day one to graduation and beyond. Find your online graduate or undergraduate program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we traveled across the country to celebrate the success of our online students who couldn't attend graduation.
Thank you guys for giving me the chance again. It's something that I worked for a long time.
Because we believe student success is success worth celebrating.
Who did you get this degree for? I got it for me.
I did this for my mom.
I did it for you, bud.
Congratulations, Daddy.
Find your online graduate or undergraduate program today at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Take the pledge at itsonus.org and be a part of the solution.
We are challenging every Division II campus to take the pledge, to make a statement, and to make sexual assault unacceptable, because
it's on us.
The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sport.
At Southern New Hampshire University, student success is success worth celebrating. That's why we personally delivered diplomas to online students who couldn't attend graduation. Find your online program today at snhu.edu.
As an active duty service member, it was important to me to find a university that shared my values and my commitment. Southern New Hampshire University has been there, not just for me.
Welcome back to Penmen Stadium, where the Penmen came close and have the lead late in the first half. Sarah, what do you have from the first half?
Well, Michael, the Penmen did a great job at bringing the ball up the field, but they struggled to finish getting the job done. In the last 9 minutes, they finally started to have some scoring opportunities, scoring at 8 minutes and 40 seconds. So hopefully they can get that scoring streak up.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely could feel the momentum switch over halfway through that first half. And Franklin Pierce will start with the ball as they send it back to their defenseman. Now sent it back up through the middle. The Penmen jump all over it and send it in, but Kane is there and makes the play. And now she'll roll it out to Termo. Sends it over wide, trying to send it back in, and the Penmen applying early pressure on the Ravens. And it'll be a Raven throw. Throw in, then sent back to the thrower. Turned back over, but called out of bounds, and the Ravens will have another throw. Good pass into Silva, but the Penmen clear it back out, and it's a third throw for the Ravens. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the Penmen start off this second half down 1, where the intensity really wasn't there at the start of the first half for the Penmen. Let's see if they change up the mindset and start to try to attack early in this second half. Shea Roy's playing with it, and Franklin Pierce sends it back through and then clears it in, gets by, and the Penmen will take advantage, send it into Snook, who sends it in deep, bounces through, but the Ravens make a good counterplay. Now sent through, and the Ravens head it back. Turn and send it over to Tavares, but then taken over by the Penmen once again. Passed over to Roy's, but it'll be a Penmen free kick coming up. Snook will take it for the Penmen. And sends it back to Sparta, who sends it over to Sicard, I believe. Trying to send it in. There's Silva there. Takes control in the center of the field. Sends it back in. And then playing the control game. Gets it back into Marquez, who exited this game early in the first half after a pair of assists, but then rejoined late in the first half. Roy's passes it back out, and the Penmen will switch fields over to Kinsman. Kinsman sends it up to Carney, tried to send it through. Penmen will take advantage again in the middle, trying to send it through. Raven defender, good positioning there. And there's Tavares bringing it up. She was dangerous in the first half, really leading the Franklin Pierce opportunities by bringing it up the left side. Franklin Pierce takes control back in the defensive end. Send it in, bad pass over. And there's Crema making a good defensive play, but Franklin Pierce gets it back and now sends it through the defenseman. Now trying to send it down the sideline, but no one there. The Penmen will get it back to Hannah Rose. Dangerous pass back by Sparta. Now Rose will get it back to Sparta. Sparta sending it into Roy's. Roy's sending it back, but a little too strong off of Franklin Pierce player, and the Penmen will throw it in. Immediately touched by Franklin Pierce. And then trying to go too much on that side. And it'll be a Penmen throw. Thrown into Crema. Crema makes a dance. And now sends. I believe that is Gord. Gord gets it back across. Here's a good chance for the Penmen. Sent back to Kinsman, who sends it into Roy's. Roy's makes a good send through. She's onside, takes it to the corner, sends it in, and it will be an early Penmen corner kick. This is a great job by Patterson, fighting her way up the sideline and kicking it off of the Franklin Pierce defender and getting herself a corner kick, as Crema will come over to take it for the Penmen. And this is now the 5th corner kick of the day for the Penmen. Crema sends it in. Roy's looking for the first touch. And it goes wide right. And it will be a goal kick. I believe it was Roy's and Gord fighting for the header. Sent over to Franklin Pierce, back to Kane. Kane sends it back to the defenseman, who tries to send it up to Tavares, but it's too strong. Kinsman sends it back to Snook. Tries to send it in, and does, but then the pass is too strong from Patterson. Throw comes in for Barbaletto. Sends it into Tavares after a pass. Who's looking for Marquez and finds her down the left sideline. Good save in. And then gets the Penmen a throw. Nicely done by Silva. Good play by Franklin Pierce. Now here comes Marquez trying to center it, but Sparta's there with a great defensive play and then clears it out for the Penmen. Sent back in, it's Tavares. Trying to do a move, finds Marquez, trying to dance. Gets tripped up, no call. The Penmen will take advantage and try to get rid of it, but then they turn it over immediately to Franklin Pierce, and they get it back into Marquez. Sends it over, shot just a little high, and then Penmen will get a goal kick. It's a great shot by Jessica Margerman for Franklin Pierce, which almost extended the lead. Rose sends it in wide. Sicard sends it back over to Sparta, who sends it over to Snook. Snook sends it over to Kinsman. Kinsman back to Snook. And then Snook back to Sparta. Sparta goes out to Sicard, who sends it in to Royce. Royce with a through ball opportunity. There goes Gord, but a great slide in from Kane. And takes away the Penmen scoring opportunity. Now rolls it over to Termo. Sends it into Tavares, who's looking to dance. Instead sends it down the left sideline to Barbalito, who sends it into Marquez. Marquez sends it in. Great defensive play by the Penmen to get it out. And now it's sent out of bounds by Sicard. Both teams, it seems, more aggressive than they were in the first half, early in the second half. As Marquez has been getting a couple of opportunities for the Penmen. For the Ravens, excuse me. And Royce has been trying to get something going for the Penmen. There's Royce sending it over to Crema, but it's a little too strong. It'll be a throw, and now there's another Franklin Pierce Raven down. We'll be right back after this injury break.
For the entire military community.
As a nonprofit, Southern New Hampshire University is committed to your success. From day one to graduation and beyond, find your online graduate or undergraduate program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
We are NCAA Division II student athletes, faculty members, and athletics administrators made up of 24 conferences and 300 institutions.
Welcome back to Penmen Stadium as Franklin Pierce players helped off. And I believe it will be a Franklin Pierce throw. And it will be. Penmen trying to make a sub. And they will. As Carney will come out. And Emily Roan will come in. Franklin Pierce with a throw. Try to send it through, and the Penmen will take possession. As there is Marquez once again taking it for Franklin Pierce, and now she'll get tripped up. And now she is down after the play. As Kylie Vermette will come and take the free kick for the Ravens. Actually, now she won't. Now, Natalie Da Silva will come and take it for the Ravens. Looking for a scoring opportunity. She'll send it in. Penmen will be the first to touch. And it gets back to the goalie, Hannah Rose. Hannah Rose puts it on the ground. Now sends it up. Now it gets off to Rowan. Sends it back to Kinsman, who sends it back to Snook. And now back to Sparta at the top for the Penmen to try to set something up. Now they'll send it back to Sparta. And again, you're starting to see the Penmen try to gain the possession and switch the fields a little bit. Kinsman sends it in the middle. One more touch. And then Franklin Pierce fights it off and gets it to their defenseman, who gets it up to Silva, who clears it back. Franklin Pierce looking for it, turns it over. And here comes Crema on the attack. Takes a look, takes a shot off the post. And again, the Penmen come very close to scoring again in this ballgame. Comes off inches short. And now Franklin Pierce will take a goal kick. Very lucky break for Kane. Great steal by Crema, and then just walking it up, taking a great shot. And now Kane will take a goal kick after the sub. Franklin Pierce sends it back in, and there's Marquez trying to make a run, but Sparta gets rid of it. Now sent back through. Gord trying to make a play on it. And there's a trip up. And Franklin Pierce will get another free kick. That was Silva fighting for the ball with Barbaletto. Sends it back through to Pereira, who exited the game and now returned. Franklin Pierce now takes it up the side, looking in for Marquez, but cleared out by Snook. Sent back in, there's Roy. Roy sends it over to Gord. Gord will look wide to Crema. Gord will make a run, they'll give it to her. Down the sideline, the Penmen are looking for another opportunity. Crossing it in, and a great defensive play by Franklin Pierce to get it out of the zone. And now they start to run the transition over to Silva. And now look out wide to Tavares. Tavares trying to make her move. Does to the outside. Carrying it for Franklin Pierce. Again gets to the outside. Now centers it in. Good defensive play there, getting out of it. And then saving it from going out. Silva takes it for the Ravens. Trying to make a move, gets to the outside, centers. Sparta there with a good defensive play for the Penmen, and clears. And that's another good opportunity for the Penmen as Gord tried to center it. Just couldn't find anyone home, and it was a good defensive play by Franklin Pierce sliding in and stopping it. The Penmen now take advantage, send it through, get it out wide, now try to center it in the middle. Franklin Pierce's defense come up with a good turnover, sends it into Tavares, who now sends it wide right. Now she'll try to make a dance. She does to the outside, now centers it, but there's no one home. Gently rebound, but the Penmen touch it first. It was a good defensive touch, but still it was a dangerous ball to just be slowly rolling right in the box like that. And the Ravens send it back in. Marquez trying again gain advantage. The Ravens are starting to slowly gain more and more possession. This one, a dangerous ball as well from Silva, who runs into Rose looking for the ball, and now gives to Sparta. Sparta sends it out wide to Sicard, who sends it into the middle. And now a through ball. Gord will run, but then it will be too far, and Kane will slowly pick it up. Kane will kick it down to the center. Penmen will play it back, but Marquez gets a good touch and tries to break free. Another good defensive play from Sicard. Turned around by Franklin Pierce. Now looking for the advantage. Sparta with a good play. Now sent it back over to Kinsman. Back to Snook, who gets it to Sparta to reset the Penmen offense. Bad, dangerous touch from Sparta, who now sends it to the middle. No one home. Silva takes advantage, looks for Marquez. And Sicard tries to fight through it, and does. And plays it outside to Crema. Crema sends it back to Sparta, who sends it over to Snook. Over to Kinsman. Sends it back to Snook. And the Penmen will switch field once again as they go to Sparta. With 28 minutes remaining in this second half. Sent back to Sparta. And over to Snook. Sent in, back to Snook, now looking for a through ball. Gets it into Gord, who looks wide. Not going to get there, and then a tackle from the Penmen defender gets a free kick for Franklin Pierce, who now will take the possession game as they'll go to Termo. Looking for something as they find Magerman down the sideline, but the Penmen defense gets rid of it. Crema trying to fight for the ball. As Crema takes it from Marquez back to the defense. And Sparta trying to go back to Crema, saves it back. And Sicard sends it into Roy's, back to Crema. Crema gets it back to Sicard, and there's a through ball to Gord. Gord running down the sideline, looking for help. Gets down to the dot and sends it off of a Franklin Pierce defender for a corner kick for the Penmen. Good job by Gord getting the ball in that situation, getting down the field and trying to get another scoring opportunity, and now Crema will get a good chance for the corner kick, as a couple subs will come in for the Penmen. Crema will take her 6th corner kick of the match. Here it comes. She sends it in. Good touch. Rolls across the box. And Franklin Pierce gets rid of it for a Penmen throw. As the Franklin Pierce defense resets, thrown into Gord. Gord trying to make a move. Franklin Pierce defense gets out of it. Sent back over to Kinsman, but too strong. And Franklin Pierce will get a throw-in. This throws over the top. Silva tried to gain possession. Kinsman got the first touch. And here comes once again Tavares, trying to dance through the defense, trying to send it through Snook. Snook defends it well. Now Tavares once again trying to make a move. And Snook just plays it out of bounds. As Barbaletto comes in for the throw. Throws into Tavares. Tries to go back. Not going to work, and the Penmen get it out of their zone. And now they'll get a throw out of it as it's touched out of bounds from Pereira. The throw from Kinsman sent over. And they'll call a hold on Pereira, and the Penmen will get a free kick at about half midfield. Free kick will be taken by Lydia Kinsman. She sends it in. Penmen get the first touch. There's Royce trying to send it through. Gord made a good run, but it'll be a Penmen throw as the Ravens make sure to get it out of the box. Kinsman will come up for the throw. I believe it was Humphreys who got the first touch as Crema checks out. This ball's sent in. Kane's going to make the catch. And now we'll slowly walk it up to the top of the box for the Ravens. Once again, rolls it over to Termo, who sends it up to the middle. They're sent to Marquez, who gets tackled. And it'll be a yellow card for Sparta. Marquez has been on the ground a lot tonight. The Penmen defense have made sure that she's very much contained. The Ravens get it up to Pereira. Believe it was a little too early, so they'll re-kick. Free kick sent into Marquez, sent back. Franklin Pierce defender trying to send it through. Sparta there with a good defensive play up to Royce. Royce trying to send it to Gord. Gets it to her. Gord will try to walk it up the sideline. And now decides to take it back and get possession for the Penmen. Trying to send it in, but it's turned over to Pereira. Then a good step over there by Sicard to jump it and get the Franklin Pierce throw. Ravens with a throw-in. Gets it back. Sends it to the center of the field. Now sends it over. Penmen will turn it over. Get a good touch in the middle of the field. And now sent back over to the defenseman, who gets rid of it. Tries to send it up. Now we'll send it over to Barbaletto. But another good defensive play by Snook to get it over to Hannah Rose, who clears it. Bad touch, and the Penmen have another chance to try to get it. But they won't, as Pereira will escape with it for the Ravens. Gets it up to Silva. Silva trying to dance. Gets it over to Tavares. And I believe it was an offsides call, so the Penmen will get a free kick. And now we'll send it over to Carney. Carney sends it back, gets it back to Carney. And now they'll send it through to Gord. Gord looking. Trying to find Royce. Not there. Now into Carney. Carney sends it across. It's a good chance for Roy's trying to tap it in, but it's wide left. It's another good scoring opportunity for the Penmen, but the Ravens escape once again and will get a goal kick. Great offensive play by Shea Roy's trying to just save that and put that in the net. Just didn't have enough power on it. And now Kane will take a goal kick for the Ravens with just over 21 minutes left in the second half. This will be a Penmen free kick on a push-off, as Ariana Silva will take it for the Penmen. Sends it in, trying to get the touch to Gord, but Silva for Franklin Pierce with a great athletic play to jump up and head it out of there. And then that pass is a little too strong, and the Ravens will take over. Now send it in. Great job for the Ravens to get it back out wide. Try to gain possession, but they turn it over to Roy's. Roy's over. There's Carney with a chance. And it will go wide left for a Penmen corner kick, but another chance for Sydney Carney. And the Penmen, again, can't find the ball in the back of the net, as the Franklin Pierce goalie is now down. This would be a big loss for the Ravens. But we'll be back. We'll take an injury break.
Over 110,000 Division II student athletes.
Together we stand and take the pledge to be more than a bystander, to get a friend home safe.
It's our responsibility to step in, stand up, to do something, to say anything, to hold our friends accountable, to stop sexual assault in any way we can.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
So let's be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
Anyone can be the victim. Everyone can be the solution. It's on us to stand up and not stand by.
Because when you're a victim of sexual assault, no one should stand alone.
Here are a few tips that can help. Talk to your friends honestly and openly about sexual assault.
Don't be a bystander. If you see something, intervene in any way you can.
Be direct. Ask someone who looks like they may need help if they're okay.
Take the pledge at itsonus.org and be a part of the solution.
We took the pledge and decided to stand up against sexual assault. Now it's your turn to do the same.
We are challenging every Division II campus to take the pledge, to make a statement, and to make sexual assault unacceptable, because
it's on us.
Welcome back to Penmen Stadium, where the Franklin Pierce goalie, Casey Kane, took a nasty bump, and now she is being carried off the field. There will be a new goalie for Franklin Pierce, as she will now just be checking in. The Penmen with a good chance here with a corner kick opportunity. And this is a big spot for the new Franklin Pierce goalie.
She's a junior from Brooklyn, New York, Carmen Prophet.
Danielle Humphreys will be in for the Penmen to take the corner kick. Big spot. Humphreys sends it in. Franklin Pierce tries to get it out of the box, and they do. Penmen trying to send it back in. But another good defensive play by the Ravens to send it out. And now here comes Tavares down the left side. Stopping it and looking to dance, and then sends it out of bounds for a Penmen throw. And the Ravens, another good job to escape the scoring chance from the Penmen. As the Ravens gain control with Silva, trying to cross the field. Good Penmen defense from Sicard. So now they send it back to Snook, who sends it in. Looking for Royce. That's sent through. And a great stop by Hannah Rose. And now Franklin Pierce elevates and scores. An unlucky rebound, and Franklin Pierce has taken a 3-1 lead. As Hannah Rose made a nice diving stop, but the rebound goes up and in. And just another tough break for the Penmen. As Franklin Pierce jumps ahead by 2 goals once again. And just like that, the Penmen are going to have to come back from a 2-goal deficit once again with only 18 minutes remaining in this ballgame. Penmen send it through to Sparta, sends it out to Sicard, tries to send it up to Crema, but it's too strong. And Franklin Pierce will have a throw. Franklin Pierce sent in. Now passed back. And they'll try to control it through the backs, but then they have to get rid of it quickly. Pereira sends it back out to Franklin Pierce's defenseman, who now sends it in, but too strong. Picked up by Rose, who then sends it wide. Snook will send it to Kinsman. Kinsman sends it through. Carney battling for position, gets the call. The Penmen will have a free kick at half. Kinsman will take the kick. Penmen need an offensive surge soon as they trail by 2 goals. And they're running out of time slowly. They need to get some more chances and try to get one back in the back of the net. They've had plenty of opportunities. This one's turned over as it's taken back by Royce, who now gets it over to Crema, who sends it through. This is a good chance for Sydney Carney. And then the goalie will kick it out wide. Great play to get it out to Tavares and end another Penmen run and another Penmen chance to try to get this game back to within 1. Gets it wide. Snook will play defense and get it back into the center. Sent back to Snook, who sends it over to Sparta. Sends it over to Sicard. Sends it back to Sparta. Now they try to send it into Sydney Carney. Tavares takes control once again. And then Franklin Pierce gets rid of it to Silva. Tries to get it down. Good play by Peliquin. And now sent up to Carney. And now a good offensive chance here for the Penmen as they get it up to Gord, who makes a good move. Now sends it in. And Franklin Pierce's defense right in the way. Good stop and a chance. No, not going to get there, and they send it back to Kinsman, who sends it back in. Good touch for the Penmen. And the defenseman makes a good play and gets it out to Tavares for a clear. Now sends it back into Silva, who sends it over to Marquez. Marquez now, a lot of field to run in, now sends it over to the right side. As she'll try to dance and run across. Sends it back into Marquez. Marquez trying to take a shot, blocked by the Penmen defender. Marquez will send it out wide to Tavares, who sends it in again. Good defensive play by the Penmen. Now, Peliquin trying to send it through. The Ravens make a good defensive stop and take it over again. And now send it wide to Crema, who passes it over to Peliquin. Sends it over to Kinsman. Kinsman looking for a run, sends it through. Gord with a great run, gets it in front, and it's put in by Crema. And the Penmen have evened it down to 1 again. After a great run by Gord, setting it up, and Crema finishing it for the Penmen. Just a great offensive drive for the Penmen in transition. Crema gets it across to Peliquin, who gives the ball to Gord on a great feed, who sends it right across. The goalie gets a hand on it. But then Crema finishes it off for the Penmen, and it's back to a 1-goal game with 14:48 remaining in this second half. And now Gord will come out and take a rest. She's definitely earned it with that great run to lead into the goal. And coming in for her will be Emily Rowan. And they send it back to the defenseman. And now Termo will try to send it up. Sent into Peliquin. Trying to send it into Crema once again, but the Ravens defend it well. Sent back through to Tavares. Sends it back to the defenseman, who sends it over to Termo, who sends it into Silva. Good play by Sparta to gain control for the Penmen, up to Peliquin. Now sends it back over to Kinsman. Kinsman trying to send it through. Gets off the foot of Termo. And she'll have to send it out for a Penmen throw deep in Raven territory. Get the throw in quick to Peliquin, who centers it. Oh, and Crema had a nice little good run at it, and it will be a Penmen corner kick. As the Penmen are now very much so in another scoring opportunity, and hopefully they can find the back of the net once again. Crema will send in the corner kick. It trickles out of the box as they get it back into Crema. Crema trying to dance. Gets to the outside, then gets back to the inside, centers it. Wide open for a shot off the defenseman, and then scores! Emily Rowan evens it up for the Penmen at 3. And we are tied with 13:11 remaining in this ball game. Another great feed sets it up. And the Penmen have evened it up with Franklin Pierce. And with all the chances that the Penmen had, you had a feeling that one or two of them were bound to go in. And now we're back to a tie ball game as Franklin Pierce tries to get it back in. Sent out for a Franklin Pierce throw, but the momentum has definitely shifted as the Penmen now look to take the lead. Good play for a Franklin Pierce throw. Into Marquez, trying to dance past Snook. Sparta there to help. Will make a good stop. And now Snook trying to help Sparta. Marquez still trying to battle, sends it wide. Franklin Pierce trying to get to the corner and will not, and it will be a goal kick. And after being down from early in this game, the Penmen have battled back and have evened it up. And now they look to take control as they've had momentum in the second half. They've definitely have gotten more scoring chances than the Ravens have in this second half. And now they'll just play the possession back with Snook and Sparta and slowly walk it up the field. Now they send it to Crema. It's a little wide, and the Ravens will get a throw-in. The throw-in and the Ravens control. Sends it back to Pereira. Tries to look for Tavares, not there. And a good play by Rodriguez, the defenseman for Franklin Pierce, as now they try to start something, but they turn it over, and the Penmen will have a throw. Pass in, headed back. Franklin Pierce trying to take the advantage. Crema trying to gain position on the outside, gets a tap up, but it's too strong, and the Ravens will get a throw deep in their own territory. Trying to find Carney. As this throw goes in deep to Marquez, and the Penmen do a good job defending it, and they get it back to Sparta, who gives it to Snook. Snook sends it in. One more to Roy's. Roy's looking for a send. Franklin Pierce running out of space, and it's going to be a free kick for the Penmen. For the Ravens, excuse me, as they get rid of it and now clear it over to Kinsman. Kinsman for the Penmen, and they'll gain control back to Snook. Snook sends it back into the center. Looking for something, finds something in the front. Sends it, trying to send it through. Good defense by the Ravens. And it will be a throw for the Penmen deep in the Ravens' territory. Good offense by Rowan, who scored the evening goal. As the Ravens will settle in the defense, and they'll get it up to Silva, who sends it over to Tavares, who's been quiet in the second half after having a big first half, really starting the offense for the Franklin Pierce Ravens. Oh, great move. And we'll get the call. It's a great move by Kinsman to get by Tavares. And Tavares had to trip Kinsman to get away with it. And now sends it back to Snook for the Penmen, who have control. Sends it in, but a good play by Pereira to jump in front of it. And they get it to Marquez with 8:44 remaining in this second half. Marquez will take control and send it over to Tavares. Tries to make a run up. Good defensive play. Sends it up to Carney, who tries to send it through to Roy's. Roy's looking for some offense. Sends it back to Frizzetti, who gets it in. Now back to Frizzetti. Frizzetti trying to send it down to Rowan. Franklin Pierce will decide to just get it out and deal with the throw-in for the Penmen. As Kinsman will come in for the throw. Get it into Rowan to then center it. Franklin Pierce does a good job of clearing it, but it gives the Penmen a chance as the head was stopped in front. And the shot was on net, but it wasn't strong enough to get by the goalie. And Franklin Pierce will punt it out. And now Marquez looking for something with 4 Penmen defenders in the way. She tries to do it by herself and shoots it wide right. Big chance there for Marquez, who did it with 4 Penmen defenders there. But the shot would go wide, and with 7 minutes remaining, the Penmen will get a goal kick and get it over to Sicard. Sicard will give it back to Sparta. Sparta sends it over to Snook. Snook over to Kinsman. Kinsman with another good move on Tavares. Now sends it into Frazzetti, who loses it in the middle of the field, and the Ravens will take over. And a slide tackle by Frazzetti will get her a yellow card for taking out Jessica Margerman for the Ravens. And now Silva will come and take the free kick for the Ravens. With 6:39 remaining, Silva sends it through to Tavares. Good move, but the tackle by Kinsman will set up a free kick deep in SNHU territory for Franklin Pierce. It'll be Pereira taking it for Franklin Pierce. 2-woman wall for the Penmen. Pereira with a good chance here on the free kick. She sends it in for the Ravens as a shot, and it's in! Pereira gives Franklin Pierce the lead with a great free kick over the hands of Hannah Rose. And just like that, Franklin Pierce gets the lead right back from the Penmen. It was just a great shot right over the hands of Hannah Rose, who did her best, but the shot was just perfect. And nothing she really could have done about that one. And now the Penmen with 5:51 will look to even this game up again. As Glord will check back in, as now the Penmen have to get going if they want to tie this thing back up. Sends it into Glord. Glord sends it back to Kinsman, makes a move, gets it back in, and then sends it back out. Now sends it in. A good defensive play by the Franklin Pierce, but the Penmen head it right back, and this one will get out for a Penmen throw. Kinsman will take the throw for the Penmen, looks for Gord, puts it in the spot, and then Gord kicks it out for a Franklin Pierce throw. Christina Barbaletto will come and take the throw for the Ravens. Trying to throw it over the Penmen defense. They do not. It's now sent back in. Royce sends it in. Good chance for Sydney Carney. And it's deflected, and it will be a Penmen corner for Crema. Crema with probably the biggest corner kick of the game thus far, with 4:34 remaining. And the Penmen down by 1. She'll send it in. Shea Royce gets a head on it, but Franklin Pierce clears it into a shot, but it's wide right. And Franklin Pierce will have a goal kick. Good job by Kinsman to try to get it back on net. But to no avail. And Franklin Pierce will get a goal kick. They'll have their defenseman take it. Christina Barbaletto. Sends it over. The Penmen will get the first touch and send it back in to Crema. Franklin Pierce gets it right back, gets it up to Marquez. And it'll be a Penmen throw. Throw comes in for the Penmen. Send it back to Sparta. Sends it over to Kinsman. Kinsman trying to get offense. Sends it into Carney for a Penmen throw as it goes out of bounds. Headed out, put in the middle. There's a send, and Franklin Pierce's defense is ready as they get it out to Marquez. Marquez sends it out wide. Good job by Crema to get there, but it drifts out of bounds. And the Ravens will get a throw on the Penmen side of the field. As we're getting close to 2 minutes left in this ball game. The Penmen did a good job of battling back. Franklin Pierce jumped on top again. And now the Penmen are looking to get a last-minute goal and even it back up. As a Penmen player is now down. As she gets up, she says she's good. And it will be a Penmen throw. Sends it back to Sparta. Sends it over to Kinsman. Kinsman bringing it up with 2 minutes left. Gets it in, sends it over to Carney, who sends it back in to Gord. Good defensive play. Gord trying to go for the ball. Still good, and now a Penmen throw. And then a trip, which will get a free kick for the Penmen. And also a yellow card being distributed. It'll be Royce who will take the free kick for the Penmen. And now it's another big free kick in the late portion of this game. As the refs will have a meeting. And it's going to be a Penmen throw, as they say that the ball was out of bounds before the trip. Kinsman will throw it in for the Penmen. Looks long for Gord. Gord in the right spot, trying to turn in the box. Good defensive play for the Ravens. It's a Penmen throw. Kinsman right there gets it right in. Good play for Franklin Pierce to clear it. It'll be another Penmen throw as Snook will come in to throw this one. Trying to find someone. Throws it down the sideline. And it drifts out of bounds for a Franklin Pierce throw. Franklin Pierce with 1 minute left in this game. Trying to leave Penmen Stadium 5-0. And 4-0 in the NE10. The throw in. Bounces over the Penmen defenders. Marquez will get the touch. And now we'll try to run up against 5 Penmen defenders. Gets by. Tries to make a move. Good play by Snook. Gets rid of it. Penmen have to go with 40 seconds left. Sends it through to Royce. Royce sends it wide. Penmen trying to walk it up. 20 seconds left. Penmen still have it at midfield. Gets it into Kinsman. Kinsman trying to send it in. Franklin Pierce kicks it. Keeps it in bounds. over on the corner side. And it's a free kick called. With 7 seconds, they send it in. Franklin Pierce gets rid of it. And Franklin Pierce will escape Penmen Stadium and get the victory. The Penmen evened it late, but Franklin Pierce held on as they escape with a 4-3 victory and will go to 5-0 on the season. The SNHU Penmen will drop to 4-3 and 2-2 in the NE10. And as for Sarah Harkness, I'm Michael Wozniak. Have a great rest of your night.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, the center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub. With live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Welcome to the Tap House.
When you walk into a running store and take a look at the sprawling shoe wall, you may have trouble finding the right shoe for you. This is where we come in. At Runner's Alley, our right fit process makes selecting a shoe easy, painless, and fun. We start with a visual gait analysis, and then we learn all about you. We'll educate you about your foot structure, what we see when we watch you walk and run, and choose a shoe as a starting point to get you moving. At Runner's Alley, we're here for you every step of